I really believe that if you're going to start on an endeavor, you have to believe that you can succeed. Working backwards from that, you just have to give yourself some achievable goals. It's important just to start where you are, keep taking steps towards the direction of your goal, whatever that looks like for you. And I think it's okay to dangle the carrot of something big. You just have to kind of find that balance between big, crazy, scary, and I have to do X, Y, and Z before I do that, so let's focus on those first. Breaking 5 is a big deal in the context of track and field because there is a mile or a 1600, which does make it a little complicated sometimes. 75 seconds a lap, 5-minute pace, with a little kick at the end gets you sub-5. It's definitely something that I think most serious runners can accomplish, which is something I love about it. It's not way out of reach, but it does put you in some pretty elite company too.
My name is Flannery Davis Love. I work as a psychotherapist in a primary care setting. I am also a dog parent, and I resonate as an athlete of many trades. So when I think about doing hard things, I've been an athlete my whole life. I like being results oriented, and because I like having a challenge. But if I were to really dig down and think about why I actually do hard things, part of it is having the privilege to choose to do hard things. I think another thing is that life is short. We get to do incredibly cool things with people that we love. And how cool is it to do it in this incredible place we call Boulder? Picking goals is complicated for me because I'd be lying if I said I didn't fear failure because of the all or nothing thinking I've projected onto myself in the past. That at the end of the day, sometimes I think I will hold back on a passion project or things that I want to do because I'm scared of failing. But athletics is generally a place where I try to tease that line a little bit more because there is this element of where's that threshold, and practicing, exercising, being okay with failure. Better to try than not at all, even if it doesn't work out the way you want. And you can still care about a result, but be process oriented.
My name is Jonathan Levitt. I am the host of For the Long Run podcast, and I'm excited to run a mile. Some of the best advice I've been given on goal setting and executing is sort of like a summary of, 200 athletes who have talked me through this. You have to be having fun, right? Like, it's fundamental. And that comes from people who are running really fast for themselves, gold medal winning Olympians, and everyone in between, right? If you're not having fun, what the hell is the point, right? That's what it comes down to.
My name is Trent Mack. I grew up as a hurdler. I love the opportunity when I find a mile like this. I'm fighting the old age situation where things get a little bit more challenging. And so the mile is just a good range for me. It's that 5 flat barrier just kind of became a thing. I started getting pretty close to it. And a couple years ago, hit age 40, and I got 3 younger kids who thought it would be kind of funny to be able to call me over the hill. And with that, I kind of snapped back at them. I said, no. I'm like, you can't call me over the hill until 2 things. One, they either got to beat me in a mile, or if I don't break 5. And so every year we've been looking for that race so I can kind of keep that streak going to hold off before they can throw it at me. And that's what brought me here tonight.
Tonight, I am running a mile as fast as I possibly can. The goal is under 5 minutes. I've never run under 5 minutes in a mile. I know it's gonna hurt a lot, and I am really excited to see what happens and sort of how I feel going into the 4th lap, going into the 3rd lap, and really just like understanding how setting goals can just make us better, whether or not we hit those goals.
Hop, hop! Love you guys!
hurts immediately.
Yeah, it does.
This sport will humble you first. You have to run through the gauntlet, you have to be bruised and battered, and that's what training is all about. Very, very few people hit it right the first time, and if you do, your goal probably wasn't hard enough. But if the sport is humbling you along the way, that means it's setting you up for something that you didn't even know you were capable of.
Hitting a goal like that, that's the goal, but the overarching goal is trusting the process. And I'm still learning how to do that. I really struggled having confidence and not falling into the doubts, but I just kept saying to myself, trust that process. And so I hit the goal of a time, right? I hit the results goal, but I also start to wonder, like, how would I have been if I hadn't hit it? And I think it's okay to go there sometimes and think about the what ifs, but I'm also just trying to say, be happy, be grateful that you hit it, and also know that there's other things in life.
Right away after one of my boys, he said, I guess we're calling you over the hill for at least a week. So we'll see what next week brings, but it's just fun going after it. And you go through all those emotions you did in high school and college. It doesn't matter whether you're running 4:55 or 8:55. I think as runners, you all experience similar emotions, and that's what makes it fun.
I took a big swing and missed, but I feel like it was exactly what I wanted, right? Set a big goal, chase it, do it publicly, and see what happens. And I'll just keep pushing forward, and I'm gonna take this really hard thing that I just did and use it to help me do really hard things going forward.